What up, and what up? Salute to my brothers.
Absolutely.
Gunner,
what up?
Tad, what up? My brother Tad.
What we doing,
Make
OG
sure you
Wisdom?
check out the OG Wisdom podcast. You know what I mean? Being live and raw from a Lagoon. Good show, my niggas. I love y'all.
Most of our leaders come out of organizations. You have to be a part of an organization to be an effective leader. But how do we determine if you're an effective leader if you don't organize the people? You can't just grab the mic or your phone, get on YouTube and say, yo, I'm a good leader because I think I'm a good leader. You have to have a track record of organizing people, setting goals and agendas and getting them done.
Yeah. Politicians I don't really like. The activism is different because, you know, you got a goal. It has nothing to do with politics. When you are activist, you know, it's for your people.
Make sure y'all get ready to tune in to my brother, my big brother, C Gutter and Tad, new podcast, OG Wisdom. Better tune in to that. A lot of Jews, a lot of knowledge, a lot of lifestyle, a lot of street talk, a lot of hood tales, real stories. Check it out. OG Wisdom, Tad, C Gutter.
Peace, family, peace. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome to another episode of the OG Wisdom Podcast with me, your brother Tad, and our brother C Gutter will be joining us shortly. We had an exciting week, and today we're going to go over that week. We're going to jump across the water, talk about what's going on in Burkina Faso, the Sahel states of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. What's going on with that? Then, of course, we got the legendary performance by our brother K. Dot, none other than Kendrick Lamar. And we want y'all to join the conversation for everybody who's on live that's rocking out with us right now. We want to hear what y'all have to say. It was so many double and triple entendres in his performance, things with multiple meanings. And some people were on point, other people were far off the mark. And we definitely want to get your perspective on what went on with that. Also in breaking news, the charges against Jay-Z have officially been dropped. The attorney Busby, the oppositional attorney Busby, has dropped all charges against Jay-Z and his stealing box allegations, if you know what I mean. The grape without the G. You know, those charges have been dropped. And in other news as well, Dr. Umar's Cash App has been canceled. I believe it was canceled Friday on Valentine's Day. So we're going to discuss that and a whole bunch more, But I want to give a shout out to our sister Queen Anusa, always holding us down. Shout out to Sister Tish. And of course, our brother Rich Nice. And while we wait on Gutter to come in here, I want you to like, subscribe, and share the channel. And also, give me some of your thoughts on the topics I mentioned today so we can post them on the page, as well as go into depth on your perspective. Did you enjoy his Kendrick performance? Yes or no? If you enjoyed the performance, tell us why. And if you didn't, also explain why. There were a lot of people who didn't enjoy the performance. I don't know if it went over people's head because as a black man in America, and many people know me and Gutter's position on being straight black men in America. What does that mean in the implications of our existence, as well as having a historical frame of reference that we could refer to when we talk about current events and connect them to past events, while we patiently wait on our brother Gutter. Gutter, when you're ready, just give me the thumbs up. So what's going on in Burkina Faso? You have a captain, Abraham Traore. Gutter, just give me the thumbs up when you're ready. We have Captain Abraham Traore. Hold on. Waiting for Gutter to come back. But yeah, what he did was a few years back, I believe it was 2020 or maybe 2022, he was funded some money to fight Al-Qaeda. But what he did with that money was organize his military in Burkina Faso and decided to use it against Western powers who've been exploiting and colonizing his country. And with that, he became the premier leader and reached out to neighboring nations who are dealing with the same issues in terms of being colonized and oppressed by Western powers. So our brother united Mali and Niger, and he's extending the invitation to Ghana and other countries to unite forces and build their infrastructure and kick the European nations out. Gutter, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. And with that kicking the other nations out, he want to consolidate forces so he can make Africa the viable economic force that it potentially can be, and it was in the time of old. Brother Gutter, how you feeling, man?
Looking, smelling, feeling
Fantastic.
immaculate, as per the
No
ancestral
doubt.
order. You dig?
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. So with Traore, because you've been keeping up with it and you've been putting me on to some things about that.
Yeah, he trying to touch base with Chad as well. Because Chad kicked France out as well. So Chad, he trying to link with Senegal. All of the French colony. Now Senegal will be a big boom. Because that's a coastal country.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll be, Ghana, where they already dealing with the train situation, is already a boom. But you got people, y'all speak the same colonizers' language. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy, it's way easier to communicate without having, miscommunications through translation.
Right. And I see he's also building infrastructure to connect.
They paid off their debt, their national debt. They paid off their national debt with help from the people. They're like, this is all like, people try to make it look like how Trump is trying to make it look. They're trying to make it look like he's a dictator because he did come in through a coup.
Right.
But what the West, well, the Western powers understand it, but they just trying to paint it a different way. But most of the people that watch Western media don't understand is that he's fully backed by the people in the country.
Yes. And I seen talks of that in the Western media. They're saying they want to make it a democratic Burkina Faso, but what they're ignoring, to your point, is that the people are supporting Captain Traore. So when they talk about a democratic Burkina Faso, they're talking about
in Western terms. They're talking about in Western terms. Number one, he got to have a Western daddy. That's what they basically saying.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I agree.
It's you know what I'm saying? Because before we go further, I just want a little background check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can let people know it's like I'm a contradiction. Don't get it wrong. I'm you know what I'm saying? But I was raised as an intellectual, meaning not reading millions of books. That has nothing to do with being an intellectual. Being an intellectual is having critical thinking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this was nurtured in me as a young age. So I've been able to see racism and white supremacy in all facets from a young age, because this was been instilled in me as a young age. That you got to know who you going against. Hence the name, you know what I'm saying? Hence the name and everything. So, just to let the viewers know, you know what I'm saying, all our people that might be new know, the background of where I'm coming from. This is the Western media. It's tech. It's been that since, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of the viewers that buy into this Americanism shit and all that, which you know what I'm waiting on anyway. We're gonna get into the Americanism and all of that later.
Yeah.
But people that feed into that, you know what I mean, they're misconstruing because they follow Western media and they think like,
programmed to think. Yeah,
for the
and that's why they call it television programs,
you know what
because
I'm
it
saying?
you're thinking. Yeah, they limit the
Yeah,
information you get, and
exactly.
pretty much shape your opinion just by the way they communicate it. They'll paint somebody as a bad guy and themselves
And
as a good guy.
but that's why I'm so grateful for YouTube, like these social media platforms, because
Yes,
it's actual media coming out of these platforms from our brothers on the continent or people that here that stays abreast of all the information,
yes,
and they know how to find that information. They know what places to go to.
right.
You know what I mean? There's one joint on, and they got an app as well, the African Diaspora News.
Shout out to them. I rocks with
Shout out,
them.
yeah. So it's a lot of media within social media that highlights us in particular.
And gives the truth.
Yeah, whether it's talking about when Mississippi did the shit with the judges and all that,
Right.
they put that on. It's African and diaspora news as well. Talking about when Guyana was talking to the people and was talking about, you know what I mean, Guyana's president talking about the years and years of oppression of black people in that country as well. You know what I mean? And what he's doing because they calling him a socialist or whatever. Or, it's like we get takes of people outside of Western media.
Right. People who
Within,
literally on the ground.
yeah,
And
within social media. So, and like we need to see that.
We definitely do.
So we don't have to go through reading between the lines, because most people haven't been instilled with that.
Right. The critical thinking skills you were talking about.
The critical thinking skills. Yeah, because now look, people in prison, they teaching this. You know what I'm saying? They teaching this
critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah. When any program you go into, that's one of the main things. Especially if you if you're in a violence program, and I was, all my crimes was violence, so I had to be in all them shit. So, you know what I mean?
Took anger management better.
One of the main things is critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? How do I think before this escalates?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is, you know what I mean? But everybody is just not, it wasn't instilled in them. Because you got to understand, our educational system is meant to dumb us down anyway. They want workers. So they don't teach people critical thinking. That's why when you see certain people that say some of the dumbest shit in the world,
I was going to say
they haven't analyzed it before they even, you know what I mean? Before they even said anything out of their mouth.
As a dude from the streets, how important is critical thinking skills to do survival? Because I don't think they see the value in that. The value in
critical. It's like, bro. I don't know if people know that. Like some of the like dudes that got the most money. Some of the dudes that was stick up kids, robbers, things of that nature, were some of the best critical thinkers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But we in a system where all eyes is on us anyway.
Right.
So there's no master plan you can come up with. You know what I mean? Within the criminal element that you think, you know what I mean?
Because this is a criminal enterprise that created the system.
Yeah.
So they got all the bases covered.
Yeah, they got all the bases covered. They've been doing all of this shit, my nigga.
Yeah. And that's how this country was, and that's going to take us into our Kendrick thing, because that's how this country was founded. It was founded by a bunch of criminals that were actually, what can you say, traitors to their nation. And they used exploited labor, stolen labor, human trafficking.
This you
And
gotta understand, right? You gotta remember most of the landowners were of the Tory.
was of the Tory.
Yeah,
Explain that to the,
that's the high class in England.
okay.
They were of the Tories. The British, the British Americans.
Okay.
That were landowners that came over with contracts from the government. You know what I'm saying? They had the insurance, they got the subsidies and all of that. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? But they just got it from the king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, but you're doing this, I'm giving you this in my name. So when you go over there and take that shit, it's in my name. So you know that's my shit.
Yeah.
And they got tired of like, oh damn.
They not even here.
We doing all these licks and we gotta pay you. Cuz like, what's up?
Yeah. It's getting extorted.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, you got me putting in all the work and you ain't doing nothing. Nah, we done with that. And then they fought not where they really defeated the British. They fought where the British had to write a treaty with them.
Yes.
And release them from, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like that, you know what I'm saying? Because Britain was in too many wars.
Right.
At the war.
So is that how we got a lot of the Commonwealth state? Because from my understanding, a lot what we known as Commonwealth states, like Virginia, Pennsylvania, are still places.
They fall under British, mostly British common law.
Yeah, yeah, and that's something I didn't know. You know, back on the block, you know, when you go in and out of town, dudes be like, "Yo, be careful in this state. It's a Commonwealth state. Be careful in that. The laws is different." Yeah,
but you got to think none of the masses of people. This is where people don't get to understand, right? None of the masses of people that they just snatched off the streets. You got to remember, they kicked a bunch of motherfuckers out. It's like it's too many motherfuckers in London. This shit getting filthy and dirty. We already filthy and dirty, but y'all making it more filthy and dirty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all got to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to remember I was telling you about Cromwell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you had a lot of Irish and Scottish indentured servants. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because these was actually not prisoners of war, they were deportees.
Right. People got kicked out.
Yeah, they got kicked off their land. They got displaced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying when people have Irish and Scottish blood, that don't necessarily mean that they had white Irish and Scottish blood.
Right. And you know what's so crazy is as we talk about Burkina Faso and Traore in Africa, we see that this is the same play they trying to run on that side, on the continent, you know, colonize things, steal what they want. Because one of the things in my research throughout the week to catch up,
they already did that. They trying to like they karma is coming back on them, and it's like, oh shit, they saying we can't steal from them no more. Right.
And Traore created gold refineries so they could sell it direct. Yeah. Have to go through Europe to sell the gold. Exactly. That's all the gold from anyway.
This what I would say to all of the black jewelers. Man, go to Burkina Faso, go to Ghana, buy your gold from them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving it to Europeans, go buy it direct. You know what I mean? Right. And get it shipped. And like it might be more money. It might be more money, but now it's an exchange between you and your people.
But you know what? It might not be more money too, because they might not.
It may be cheaper. It may be cheaper. But what I'm saying is, we actually keeping it within our community.
Yes.
We not giving it to, you know what I'm saying? We're not buying gold to make white people richer. We going there, we making them, we strengthening their country.
To build an economy and create a trade.
Exactly.
Yeah. That you know we can serve the exploiters
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because listen, Cuz is on it.
Yeah.
He talking about after in school, a mandatory military training. It's
Right.
like I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why you know, because I listen to the shitty, you know, when he be having the few speeches he have, because he ain't no, but he just break down shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He reminds people, he break shit down historically where his people can understand why it gotta be the way it gotta be. Because he reminds them of history. Yo, this happened here. Woo, 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 woo. They view these as then. They view us as the slave empire where they can always, like, this belong to them. They can always get human resources or mineral resources.
But nonetheless, resources. They're gonna suck.
Whatever resources, it's for them. That's how they feel.
Yeah.
And then you got the other brown people is the enemy. That's the evil.
Yeah.
See, we don't even fit on that level. You understand what I'm saying? We still at the bottom. You dig what I'm saying? In their ideology.
Right, in their eyes, yes.
Yeah. And they are, you know what I'm saying? In their ideology, all right, these the evil ones because they have what they think is military power to oppose anything they do. And they think because we scattered, even though the continent is, you could put China and India and America in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And still have space.
Yeah, still have space. And cause it's like we putting a stop to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
and
saying?
we gotta put a stop to all exploitation of the community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Afar and at home.
Yeah, here as well. Yeah, but like this is one thing I say, man, about the younger community. It's like dudes got a lot to say about the youngest. You know what I'm saying? But they're saying it from only the environment they came up with and from the framework that they can only work with.
Right.
Meaning they only seeing the negative shit that they see little dudes do and don't realize, like, if you tap in with them and build with them, then they understand. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas got courage of lions, my nigga.
Yeah.
Whether they big, small, they doing shit dead on camera, not caring. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that scares them. Because once these young dudes wake up to who the real ops is, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. And they know that. And that's why they constantly feed this stream of misinformation and paint us as enemies to ourselves and enemies to society. So, Gutter, real quick.
We definitely enemies to society.
Oh, definitely. But not to our own society on a broad scale, because Black folks around the world do want better in their own community. But again, this consuming Western information is keeping us confused because we're getting the wrong information, and the wrong information gonna have you make the wrong
consumption of Western information. It's the consumption of Western ideology.
Right. Just the mindset of the Westerners.
But yeah, it's like it's sad to say most Blacks, and this is worldwide, you know what I'm saying, will question what a Black person says,
but take the other people.
But take
yeah. I saw it on ABC News. They said, and people run with it. But you know, Gutter, because time is just flying, and we got a lot to discuss. I want, before we get into Kendrick Lamar, because we're talking about exploitation of the community from far and near. I want to show you what's going on near right here. You see our dude, shout out to Dr. Umar, right? His Cash App has been shut down. This is his page. You know, he says it's tax deductible donations. How? I don't know. It's easy to say that. But his Cash App has been shut down. He said they tried to discourage us on the Honorable Frederick Douglass 207th solar return. We were notified that this morning that our Cash App account was canceled. We asked for clarity, but were not offered any reason for the sabotage. Ironically, all the fraudulent Cash App accounts are still being allowed to operate in our name. This is a new development, right? And exploitation. I don't think Umar is really being honest with the people. Upon research, Umar's been collecting like publicly, like having this big name, 10 years easy. He conceptualized this over 20 years ago and went public about almost 15 years ago. This person, he has 2 buildings. He's had these buildings for 6 years. Now, I've been in the community for years. There's pictures and interviews that I've done with Dr. Umar out there in YouTube land. If folks should ever be so inclined to find out. And I say this respectfully, he full of shit. This dude full of shit. And I say that with all respect, right? And I right as a person who's been in the community, organized, donated money, folks donated money to him on the strength of me. Like, all right, brother Taz said, yo, this dude is good. Let's send some bread his way. But he hasn't done what he set out to do. And again, exploiting the community. I watched how he moved. He was in the African Senate, quote unquote, conscious community. Then he went into the church. After the conscious folks, African Senate folks, like, yo, we not rocking with this dude no more. And that goes for elders and everybody. And if I'm lying, Dr. Umar, show me a certified, bona fide elder that really rocks with you. I'm talking about a Baba Baruti. I'm talking about an Ashra Kwesi. You name them. Who's really rocking with you other than the people on the ground? And no disrespect to the folks in the ground, because you selling folks hope like the preachers do. But I've been around for a long, long, long time. And you've been collecting money for a long, long, long time. And you still haven't produced anything. We still waiting on HVAC, what we hear. You had the opening day since 2020 and then COVID, then 2021 and 2022 and 2023, and you threw block parties, fashion shows, and mock weddings, but you constantly collecting. Are you going to be honest about Pennsylvania saying that you can no longer collect money for the FDMG? You don't have a system in place to really get the school up and running. You don't have a board of directors. It's not just you get some money, buy a building, and open the school. You know it takes a lot more than that. There's people, right, Gutter, with independent African-centered schools that reached out to Umar.
Oh, no, that's
shout out to our brother Q Butter inside X Institute.
We interviewed Q Butter.
Yeah, shout out to in his school. Not and remember, I don't know if you heard Q Butter say, he said, yo, Tab, remember? And I was just talking about this was an idea and it's up and running. He's done science fairs in the restoration, and he's literally in the community.
Joint cracking.
He got his children, and you can register his children. You can register your children online to his school. This stuff is real, and a lot of times we gotta start calling out those who rob our community. Same thing as Sucker Polite. Don't call him brother no more. I call him Sucker. You got serious allegations, and you was convicted of essaying a child. Dude, that's foul. So again, we're talking about people who exploit us from far and near. And these dudes know I'm qualified. These dudes know I'm qualified to speak. Because for part one, I ain't near dude in that movement, right? Gotta put an ounce of fear in my heart. Not an ounce, because I'll rock a dashiki here and there, but I'm damn sure with the Balagoon movement. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get this war cracking. And a lot of these dudes are summer soft, to really keep it a buck. They couldn't cut it in the streets. They wasn't good rappers, so they go into the conscious music. They wasn't real gangsters, so they come in they warriors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nessa.
God said he wasn't. They couldn't make it in the streets. They wasn't good rappers, so they try all avenues.
Yeah, so they come in. Yeah, we gotta support black music, black talent, black this, black that, and all they is a bunch of lame Simpson suckers. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. God, I don't went to every joint, all the lectures. That's why I know all the master teachers stood with them, had dinner with them. Some came to my house. I went to a lot of their homes, their schools, their businesses. We're not gonna play this game, right? Because this is the exploitation we talking about. So here you go. He comes to the African Center community. It don't work. Then he go to the church folks, fleece them. It don't work. Then he slide into the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? And now that's not working because you've been collecting from each black social group. The African Center group is different from the church folks. The church folks is different from the hip hop people. But all of these black communities, you like the snake oil salesman. You come with this grand idea, you open in your school, but then you collect the money, but then there's no progress. And then when the government shut you down, when the powers that be shut you down for your fraudulent activities, you want to act like anybody speak against you is a coon. But check this out, Gutter. I'll be wrong if I go up in his pockets, right? Be like, yo, I dead ass donated. Now where my bread at? But we not gonna do it like that. But if it was to go down like that, because me and the brother Siraj saw him at the African Street Festival right here in Brooklyn. We saw him. We remember he canceled an event he had speaking because Q Butter had him under pressure. And that's word to my mother. He canceled it. And you know where it was at, Gutter? It was at Brown Memorial. That's where the speaking engagement was. We was like, yo, if he was in good, because he didn't have quote unquote security. We was like, yo, if he was in good standing, he'd have had security. Where nobody came up in it. Brown Memorial. Brown Memorial. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Gutter dropped out for a minute. But yeah, you know, so this dude was fraudulent from the gate, just fleecing the community, taking everything he could. And then you go to the church. Now it's all good. And then he go to the church folks and fleece them. And when they not rocking with him, he runs to the hip hop community. Now the hip hop community ain't really rocking with you because you an internet personality now. Now you just
he's like niggas use him for views.
Yeah. Because anytime you ask them legitimate questions,
they know the algorithm is gonna crack because they got him up there. Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My man, my young lion, my brother Ashe, approached him in Harlem and was gonna put the pause on him. And this is the part that killed me about the community, right, Gutter? They know Ashe. A lot of people knew him from the United African Movement, you know, and he always been solid 10 toes down. And people gonna call Ashe an agent. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, man. As much as we did in the community, feeding the community, educating the children, because he held me down with my youth group when we was teaching our children self-defense and taking them on trips to DC and the Great Blacks and Wax. My brother Ashe was right there with me, and a lot of people knew that. So how you gonna call him an agent? When we work with the children, we didn't even really deal with too many adults like that because adults is full of it. Shout out to our brother Marcus Klein, you know what I'm saying, who has his school. Umar throws shots. Go ahead,
I'm like adults, like once you reach a certain age, I don't like, remember I told you I don't be engaging with, like once you reach a certain age and you slow, I don't really engage with you. Unless I'm, you know, if I'm trying to pull you up and you accepting it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you like, you know, little homie might fuck up and like, you like, yo, cuz, ooh, niggas like, no, but I'm not engaging with you no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean on no real shit. I mean just on some simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Because on some real shit,
it gets different.
Yeah, it's gonna get different. You know what I mean?
I tell people,
simple day-to-day shit. You know what I'm saying? That a dude is
Yeah.
just like not move accordingly.
Right. I
And
often tell people if it's a
dude, because I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Damn, I don't want to cut into our time too long. But
now we're gonna go into the Kendrick after this.
Yeah, it was a situation where white boy was drunk on Grand, and he said the N-word. Dude put hands on him. It was but I'm like, cuz, like, just think about it. If it had been a nigga from another hood and did that, y'all would have stomped his guts out.
Right.
Yeah, but y'all ain't do that to the cracker.
Because they still scared subconsciously.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, it's like, nah, I was like, yeah, nigga, I'm on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the little dudes on the block.
Like, if niggas, it's like, but that's the example I'm talking about. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All enemies got to get dealt with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All odds, don't care who you are, black or white.
Because he drunk. Nah, both of them was drunk. I don't give a fuck, Stomp that nigga guts out like you would have did a nigga from somewhere else.
Right. Sober him up. He drunk, sober him up.
Stomp that. I don't give a fuck. Stomp that nigga guts out. I wouldn't break a leg, all that. Put that nigga in the hospital. Because you'd have did that to
somebody from Brownsville.
Yeah, Enemigo. You know what I mean?
Right.
With the same color.
Right.
But you gave him a pass because, cars fucked him up, but you gave him a pass because he's, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Pack that nigga out like you to pack, you know what I'm saying? Pack the crack out like you to pack the nigga out.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Well, God, we from a different era where we're not promoting racism, but it was the target. You go to Nick, they was the target. It was always the target.
We can't be racist.
Or, but
we can be prejudiced. We can discriminate against them, But I find that funny is, they called us less than human, and then when you deal with science, you find out that they
the real Neanderthal,
3-4% Neanderthal, they're not even human. So who's subhuman now? But
that's the thing. That's the thing with all haters. You know what I'm saying? They project on you their insecurities and their inferiorities.
Like, who's subhuman?
It's like a liar to call somebody a liar. Like, he lying. Like, dude, you the fucking liar.
Yeah, nigga, I just caught you in 5 of them.
Word. In one sentence. 5 lies in one sentence. You gonna tell me I'm a liar? Right. But again, and this ain't this tirade against Dr. Umar. This ain't just Dr. Umar. This is for anybody that exploits our community. As the people, we got an obligation to stand against anybody who's really hurting us and harming us. And we got to call it out when we see it. We got to stop this celebrity worship and somebody popular.
That's why speaking on the Super Bowl, Kendrick.
Yes, let's go there.
He had to spank cars and spank the white audience.
Yes. Shout out to Kendrick and Samuel Jackson.
Ooh-wee. That shit was crap, God.
Gutter, when this came on, what was the first thing you thought? Because I know we get striked if we play the music.
Listen.
I'll
be honest.
I'm going to just play a little bit.
I fell asleep. I didn't even watch it. I watched it the next day.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all. Like, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan anyway, so I definitely don't give a fuck about the Eagles. I fuck with them all, and I fuck with Hurts though, and Saquon Barkley. But I'm just not an Eagles fan. Like, they got a mean team. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm an Eagle hater. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm gonna give it up to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? They're well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Especially, boy. That defense.
I want to play the beginning, right? Gotta just play the beginning of it.
Salutations! It's your uncle, Sam. And this is the great American game.
When that came on, what was the first thing you thought?
Talking about 2 games.
Talk about the 2 games, Gutter.
All right, one is the game of American capitalism.
So it wasn't just football.
No. Especially not for you got to remember this is Dot, my nigga.
Yeah.
like because I look at it like this. If he would have came out like just look at, remember the Dre and 50 and you know what I'm saying, 50 and Snoop and M and that was hard, but that's not Dot.
Right.
Dot gonna give you a message.
Right.
You got to think about it. Even in the diss track, he got a message at the last verse is a message.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? He's explaining it's like, yo, everything great in America was built by us.
And when you say us, who you mean, Gutter? In case people are confused.
Black Americans.
Black Americans. Yeah, because this Black History Month, and I think people be getting that twisted sometimes. And this ain't no knock on our diasporan brothers and sisters, our continental brothers and sisters. But unfortunately, as Black people in America, we've been getting a lot of hate for a long time, and we've been silent because, and Gutter, me and you was having this dope ass conversation before we got online about being a Black American, right? Because I don't want our folks to think we on some patriotic shit. Gutter, let the audience know the shit you was dropping on me.
I'm gonna explain to you why Black Americans, we don't love USA, the government. We love the strives our people made in this country after being subjected to what we were subjected to. It's like, and all right, because at one time we were the majority in the colonies. That's why they kicked all the motherfuckers out of London. And then start asking Germans and other motherfuckers to come.
Yeah.
Because in the colonies, it was too many niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they sent all the dregs of their society, all open the jails, all that.
And just sent them all over. Pretty much like they did in South America.
Bro, this you got to understand. We built Boston, New York, Philadelphia, DC, Maryland. Because who you think were the slaves?
Right.
Plus, who do you think were the skilled workers? Like I said, they sent the dregs of society. The planners is not building shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only motherfucking skilled workers you had for the most part of European descent were the shipmen.
And what were they skilled?
The actual shipbuilders and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the skilled workers. And then they sent some blacksmiths and you know what I mean? But for the most part, nigga, we was doing all of that. You gotta remember
heavy lifting, yeah.
Not all the heavy lifting, all the skillful work as well.
Well, I mean that in figurative speech.
Nigga, we doing the heavy lifting physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Cause we gotta build this shit. It ain't like the cracker just laid out all the plans and just gave us the plans.
Right. So why do you think
what he wanted, but we had to cut, saw all that shit, make it.
Why do you think people are so hateful towards Black Americans? And I'm just talking about our continental brothers and sisters and our diaspora brothers.
They think we love the country. They think we love, bro. This is USA is a corporation.
Right.
We don't love this shit.
Right.
reason we love the land because our people bled on this shit.
Right. We literally built this.
Yeah, we built this shit. Like even the fucking them plantations. Who you think built all those shits?
Right. Cut
All
down
them
the trees, paved the road. Benjamin Franklin designed Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Don't fall for their lies. Pierre Lafont did it.
Like my nigga, it's like nigga discovered Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not discovered it, but he found a place where crackers could settle.
Right.
Because you ain't discovering shit if people already there. He just what he did is he got in good with the people, basically because they saw another nigga.
Gutter, what do you think were some of the images people might have missed in Kendrick's performance? Because there's a YouTube.
There's a lot of similar.
But she was like it was stupid. She didn't watch it to think. If she wanted to think, she'd
read it. That's the British madam
Nigerian descent. Yeah.
Moron. But it's like, but you got to understand is most people with the biggest platforms are morons. It's just because they was successful in whatever niche that they were in that got them a lot of followers. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason they get to, voice their opinion. Yeah. They don't have critical thinking. They don't analyze nothing or nothing. Yeah. Bro, I just saw, and I don't even like this little fat nigga. What's the little fat dude? Roland Martin. I don't even like him. He slayed Patrick Ben David though.
I was about to say, I said this shit. It's crazy that I agree with Roland Martin this week. I said, what's going on in the world? But what did he say to Patrick Ben David?
Well, Patrick Ben David was talking about systemic racism. And he broke it down in the house. And he said, why do y'all leave y'all communities? He was like, nigga, because most times we lead the community in order to get better education for our kids. He broke it down. And people and then he broke down the red line, and then he broke down appraisal and all that, how the races. Right. He went through he said 42 million cases in a certain amount of year span. I can't remember the exact, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't have the video queued up.
Yeah, because it's funny.
I watched Mad Joints, but and this was a couple of days ago.
Our sister Farnessa said they hate us because they didn't have the testicular fortitude to stand up and fight in their own countries. They ran and we never ran. That's in response to, foreigners and, our diasporan brothers and sisters and our continental brothers and sisters, why they hate us so much, and, they left their country, and it ties in what you saying, Roland Martin said.
Like most of the ones that have these, first of all, they ignorant.
Yeah.
Because then when you get somebody of African descent who basically had to grow up in America, perfect example, Godfrey.
Yeah, Godfrey be on him. Shout out to Godfrey. He be on it.
Yeah, he's on it. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, because he experienced, because you know why? He don't sound like brother.
Right.
He doesn't sound like that. Or legend. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't sound like a foreigner.
Right. And he has a real experience there.
And he lives in an area where it's, but you know what I'm saying? It's black people there. He said he lived in a neighborhood, but it's black people, black American people there.
Yeah.
So, nigga, if you with a nigga, then of course you with a nigga, a Chinese, and a spick. Oh yeah, you a nigga.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Oh, you speak like you speak like them, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get labeled as American black. See the people, and you even have black Africans that have been on YouTube, because I watched a joint not too long ago, last week, where a dude was like, man, they will see our passports and give us the job that they won't give a black American. Right. Knowing that it causes a divide.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the people that come here and live here get an understanding. But most of the people that talk that live here was pieces of shit in their country. They people probably no. I'm gonna be real. A lot of Nigerians, a lot of Liberians, and a lot of Ethiopians are the ones. I'm not saying a lot, but I'm saying of the ones that spew that type of nonsense.
That whole that sentiment.
Yeah, in America, these are the three countries, bro.
Yeah,
and everybody, everybody in America agrees with that.
Yeah,
like it's usually and the Nigerian and the Liberians is usually people that people had money and they had to run because they on asylum. You understand what I'm saying? So they come with the views and then they have it tough coming over here because just as well people over here they ran into ignorant people over here that don't like them for no reason.
Right, because they don't understand.
They take that personal and just every American is like that.
Every American, right. I say it's some black Americans that I avoid. Yeah.
I don't like them, period. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I love my people, but I don't like just being around people like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta really fuck with you to want to be around.
Yeah. And that's what Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. said, peace be upon him, who just recently transitioned, who wrote the compensatory code. You know, I think we gave him a shout out last week, but he said, you know, if black people are not getting together to do something constructive, don't be around them. We need to avoid each other until we can organize and do something of value. Because you think every time dudes get drunk and try to have a party, somebody getting hurt. It's going down. You know, so I definitely agree with you, Gutter. And the time is definitely flying
because of all this trauma we dealing with. I mean, and you know,
definitely with a lot of trauma, and I think that's with Kendrick's performance. And shout out to you, Richard Asante. With Kendrick performance, we want folks to know that missed it. I think, and you laid it out, Gutter. It's the love of black people in America that we have for ourselves, not the love of the government per se, because this is Black History Month, and that was created by a foundational Black American, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the brother who also wrote the book, The Miseducation of the Negro. You know what I'm saying? He also had a book called The Education of the Negro, but The Miseducation is more popular, you know, and I think a lot of people should read that book. It started as Black History Week just to bring awareness to the contributions that Blacks in America have made to the building of this society, and also what we've done prior to our sojourn over here. But again, he said a week wasn't long enough, so then it got extended to Black History Month. And of course, like me, do this, right? We do this every day, all year, because we're always learning something new. And then right now in modern times, we're literally creating history. With our brother Kendrick did was literally history. I think it had more views than Michael Jackson's performance. It was the most views.
The record.
Right. And not only that, it was a protest as well. Because it was so much. Because remember, the NFL.
Like when he said you brought the right time, but the wrong guy.
Yeah.
The right time, the halftime. Wrong guy, I ain't gonna shuck and jive for you. I'm about to show you what I'm gonna show you this black joy. You know what I mean? And this is not for you. Like if you didn't catch it, it ain't for you.
And what I was gonna say real quick, Gutter, is Jay-Z got in position because of the racism in the NFL when they was going at Marshawn Lynch. Because remember, he really didn't even do press interviews like that. And when he did, he addressed the black folks like, yo, what up, African? What up, African? You know, that was a powerful statement then. But of course, because Colin Kaepernick was a little more mild in his protest with the bending of the knee, it was more acceptable in mainstream media, and people ran with the whole Colin Kaepernick piece, which helped Jay-Z jump into the conversation. Because remember, there was a boycott of the NFL Because remember, it started with Colin Kaepernick, then other athletes started taking the knee, and then folks was like, yo, we not supporting the NFL. And anytime you talk about affecting their bottom line, that's when you're going to get their attention. So Jay-Z got in, you know, saying the Rock Nation came in position to control the halftime show. And of course, Kendrick and Kendrick
this the first game all year that they took the end of racism out the end zones.
Yeah, I heard. Right, you was telling me the other day.
Yeah, they took the end of racism out the end zone. You know, the DEI shit, which, you know, people think it deals with black, which it don't. It deals with, you know, people from rural areas. JD Vance would have never got into wherever he got without DEI. Nigga, you from the Appalachians.
Yeah.
You country bumpkin. That's DEI. Yeah. For country bumpkins, like you dumb, mediocre white people. Yeah. From the middle of nowhere. Yeah. That's how y'all got a lot of shit. That's why they crying now when all this shit getting taken. Motherfuckers in Alabama that voted for Trump getting $100 bills from the electric company. Yeah, because of Trump. They took that motherfucker, they took that grant. Send that yuck in. And they took it from the bank, my nigga.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to our brother Magnetic Tyson. Peace family. Godfrey got knowledge of self and is well aware of the misinformation and straight up lies taught by the white man. Halftime was fire. Yo, and it definitely was. It definitely was.
Because all the similar then like I ain't noticed it until I watched another YouTube. I don't remember the dude to give him a shout out, but he was like, yo, the dude actually moved like a player in the video game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. And then, you know, I had to go watch it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I fall in the rabbit holes like that sometimes. You know what I mean? I end up 3 hours. I done watched 16 reaction joints.
Yeah. Yo, when you said that to me, it made sense because I was looking at how he was moving, and it was crazy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to exactly what you're talking about because the joint was kind of dope, you know. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, you're talking about when he was moving and how he was moving, and not this particular part, but he's gonna come into it. And I was wondering why he was moving like this here, that stiff. Yeah. The whole performance was dope, and again, there was a lot of symbolism because, of course, they in the jail. Yeah,
or A on the chain, A1. That was hard.
That was
that's a devious little nigga, cuz.
That's a double entendre because that's also for his PG Lang company. That's all that is for his.
Yeah, but he's a devious little nigga, guys. Yeah, and then you see the smile. You see that, hey Drake.
But hold on, what do you thought about that Crip walk? What was your thought?
That's another symbolism. It ain't just because she Drake. Remember the backlash she got when she did that shit after she won?
Right, 2012, I believe it was the Olympics. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They just showing, nigga, this is what we do. Fuck y'all. This ain't for you. It's for us.
Right. And I think people were getting upset because even with the song Not Like Us, when he was explaining to Drake, like, how have you been exploiting black culture the whole time when you ran to Atlanta? But Atlanta was the mecca for black folks after our enslavement, how we built Atlanta up, created the businesses. Because
shit, before
you can almost say Atlanta's a mecca for now.
Before while we were enslaved.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. Build the railroads and all that. Gotta remember, we built them shits and Sherman got them shits tore up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let the people know who Sherman is.
Oh, he went from General Sherman.
William Sherman, right?
Yeah. He was a William Tecumseh Sherman. Him,
Right.
it was him and a couple other generals abolitionists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's about to say with the 40 acres and the mule. And look, even in the show, Kendrick said it. 40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music. Because General Sherman said, yo, all this land, because what people got to remember is that the Europeans had fled. They fled the South, left.
No. Don't get it. He burnt them out.
Yeah, but said we get
from
40 acres
Atlanta to the coast, my nigga.
Yeah.
Sherman wiped that shit out from Atlanta to the coast, from Atlanta to Savannah. He burnt everything, crops, tore up the railroads, everything, and gave everything to the blacks.
And then Johnson came in and just
and that's when like once he like you right, people left, but what I'm saying is how they left.
Right.
You know
yeah. Like, it was war. That was General Sherman coming through. Yeah.
That's why they got a tank. Nigga, it's nothing. You can't withstand this. We running through, we burning everything.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think he had black. I think he had because you remember with the fighting in Atlanta, you know, and in Georgia, they wasn't taking no blacks prisoners. They was just killing them. Yeah, they was just killing them. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying? I think part of his command was black troops as well.
Yeah.
But they burnt
General
Savannah.
Sherman. Yeah. But damn, God, it's 3:00 already, man. Shit, the time flew. But yo, we want to thank everybody for rocking out with us. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate it. And we here every Sunday. You know what I mean? So tap back in because we got so much more to uncover. Of course, the jury is deliberating on the ASAP Rocky trial. So we're gonna see how it turn out. Yeah. They should have a verdict this week. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
What he got the finger graze?
His homie. Yeah, his homie said he popped at him and grazed him, but his homie come with the shells days later. Talk about here's the evidence. Mind you, the investigators ain't find her, but homie come 2 days later. Like that's the wildest. Yeah. And the lawyers was going at it. They shot Rocky lawyer and the prosecutor. Yeah, they was going at it. I think they got personal beef.
First Young Thug shit, and then this shit. You had a nigga, bro. My finger. He grazed my finger.
And then they said it was a starter pistol. Like ASAP Rocky team said, yeah, he had a pistol. He had this little starter blicky just to scare him because that's his man from the sandbox. You know, so that whole thing, and that goes back to what we talked about a couple of weeks ago in terms of loyalty. You think people, because you know where we come from, Gutter. If you and your man get into it, if y'all can't come to a resolution, y'all at least got to shoot 5. You my man. I know your moms. I know your family.
Yeah, we could definitely fight.
Yeah, we got to thump it out, and we could be cool.
Like Kendrick said, nigga, friendly fade.
Word, let's squabble up.
Yeah, squabble up, nigga.
But that whole thing is crazy. And again, I definitely want to see what Jay-Z.
That's what Trey always saying to the West. Squabble up, nigga.
Squabble up. But I definitely want to see how Jay-Z charges being dropped affect Puff's charges. You know, because remember, Jay-Z was thrown in the back end of it. It became an amendment a couple of months back. They amended the complaint and put Jay-Z in it. Now they're dismissing it without prejudice. Because remember, Jay-Z had made a motion for them to get it dismissed. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, nah. Remember, he put a statement out there. Like, where I'm from, we don't play that game. I got daughters, I got a wife, I got sisters. And you know that, Gutter. We don't play that our game in the hood. You know, dudes don't play that in the can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You go to jail for that, my nigga. You definitely, cause this 91 niggas beat a nigga, put shit in the tray and smeared it in the face.
Wow. With those allegations, right? To do with those charges.
No, yeah, no facility. This was 90. It was not even 91. It was 90.
Yeah, dudes don't play that. And that's why I'm glad Jay-Z took that position, because Jay-Z
And
was
you
like,
like, you know how you'll feel bad, but then you hear it, it's like, damn, should have did more.
I remember one time I was in Brooklyn House and the CEO, like dudes was arguing, the CEO, little white lady, she said, yo, y'all save y'all energy. We got a pedo coming through. Word. That was the green light. She's like, yo, save y'all energy. We got a pedo coming through. And everybody knew what that meant. He could get the beats. Beat on
He's
him.
definitely getting punished.
Yeah, but they slid him in and slid him out because of, you know what I'm saying, because it's classification.
So I was in the Brooklyn House before they slid a Sid dude for touching somebody. That nigga,
doubt.
They got him out, but niggas got him in the pens.
Yeah, like, and that's where you
before he got
to court.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, before he while he going to court, like a nigga like, yo, that nigga tried to explain some shit to a nigga besides shutting up.
Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that.
No, like what you in here for? Because niggas is like, he was like, no, they said said you. Oh, that nigga got tortured for that whole night, my nigga. Niggas beat the brakes off that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had the nigga hat. Yo, you know how niggas get dirty. I'm laughing right had one on the joint. They took his coat off. Niggas is foul.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You are punching bag for the day. Because dudes, when you in the pens, you already stressed that you there. You need to let that stress go.
All you need to hear is some foul shit.
Yep. And these hands belong to your face, my man. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. But yo, we want to thank everybody for rocking out with us. Shout out to Richard Ashanti. He said, shout out to OG Wisdom Podcast and your cousin Doggy Diamonds for directing me to both of you brothers. No doubt. Salute Doggy Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate the love he be showing us. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all, we here every Sunday. And don't worry, me and Gutter working on some things behind the scenes. You know, our brother said we need the show to be a little longer, and we definitely going to work on that. You know, I just be having commitments on the Sunday, you know, so my time be, you know, kind of limited, but we definitely
try to figure out we can hit them with try to figure out if we can hit them with
more than Sunday, right? Yeah. We're gonna find a day that works for both of us. Yeah. And we definitely gonna be in the streets too. So watch for that. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as this weather break.
Yeah, we gonna be outside.
They got old bones, cuz. Nigga ain't trying to be in this bad weather like that.
Word up.
Not just sitting here talking to somebody.
Word. And we gonna be outside and watch y'all gonna laugh at the crazy hood stuff with us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some comedy in these streets. It ain't just YouTube. See, got a lot of dudes be hollering they in the YouTube streets, but we in the streets. We literally outside. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
Then not even that, just like how much some of these like motherfuckers know. Like motherfuckers ain't dumb, they just out there.
Yeah. Got your light went off.
Yeah.
Light on the time. Look, light says show's over. Yo, family, we definitely want to thank y'all for rocking out with us. Y'all catch us next Sunday at 2 p.m. We will be here with more content, more developments of what's going on the continent, as well as what's going on with celebrity court cases, because we're definitely trying to save some lives, give y'all a different perspective on what goes on with Black folks, how it affects us as a community, and definitely how we could keep y'all out of jail, man. Don't walk down the path we walk down. You know what I mean? Anything you want to say before we go?
I ain't trying to get that. Oh, one thing I want to say to the young homies that's out there, it's like you gotta see what's coming down the line, cause you know what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta think about it. Trump in the White House, but this nigga talking.
Yeah.
Then he throwing Hitler signs at the inauguration. Yeah. So you know who most of the Nazis is. It's these motherfucking pigs. So
Oh yeah, we didn't even touch on the Ohio piece where the
oh
neo-Nazi
yeah, the niggas, yeah, they got ran up out of there.
ran.
Nah,
And
that's
shout
a
out,
fact.
shout out to my
Ran up
young,
out of there.
shout
Shout
out to
out to Ohio. No, it wasn't young nigga. It wasn't just young. The OGs came out.
yeah, but
Niggas
you know what I said? The OGs it up to the young,
yeah,
because
nah,
they
but
was
you
like,
know,
yo, our young people get a bad rap. Said, but they showed up too. The OGs
yeah.
was like, nah, young people get a bad
That's
rap.
what
They
I'm
pulled,
saying is like, but I ain't talking about groups, guys. Maybe in certain areas, especially my
right.
young to the young homies in the South. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep that stay dangerous energy with them.
Yeah, with the
You know what I'm
ops.
saying?
Real
That's the ops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta see what's going on. You know
Right,
what I
because they
mean?
want our dudes to pick each other off, and then they just come sweep up whoever's standing.
Yeah.
Two birds with one stone.
We
You know,
gotta chill out against each other and be aware of who's who. You know what I'm saying? All this scandalous shit niggas is doing. Niggas gotta
yeah.
leave that alone.
So family, we catch y'all next Sunday, right here, 2 p.m. every Sunday on YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we back again. All right?
Like, share, and subscribe.
That's it. Like, share, subscribe, family. Peace.